Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy daily content, reviews, reactions, news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials, pretty much anything to do with Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and some Horus Heresy as well. So here we see our previews for this week have gone live now. I pretty much had the prices on everything already mapped out pretty clearly for most things. There was a couple of things that snuck through the cracks, including our first item here, the Warboss Mega Limited Edition. So we took a look at this, did a little breakdown. I speculated, we see most of these books when they come out on their own at like $65. This is obviously like a little bundle with the box and the extra map and the teeth and all that stuff. And this one is $150. The special edition ones we've seen in the past have been somewhere in between, like that $65 and like, $100 and something range, whatever. $150, in my opinion, is extremely expensive. This is super overpriced. Because if you say basically the book is $65 of that, because we constantly see them release the special edition books for $65. So if you say the book is $65 of that $150, that's still another $85. So you're paying $85 for the box that it comes in, the little mini book, the map, sticker, and the teeth. Yeah, there's no way. That, in my opinion, that is ridiculously overpriced. And obviously, we see it is currently 1:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the truth is, these things usually sell out in like seconds or minutes. The Death Guard one was gone literally in seconds. Before I could even like get to it, it was already sold out. And the Thousand Suns one was gone almost immediately as well. And the Thousand Suns one came with quite a bit of little like perks and stuff like that as well. But this is just ridiculous, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure people out there that are happy to pay $150 for this, but I just don't see another $85 worth of value here. I mean, I guess if you say, this is worth $30, this is worth $30, this is worth, I don't know. I guess you could break it down and figure something out, but you better want every little piece of that. You better want every little piece of that. I don't know. That's just crazy. $150. It is what it is. Whatever. I mean, I wasn't planning on getting it anyway, but at $150, I'm not even considering it, obviously. So we see a Contemptor Dreadnought Ultimate Loadout right here. So $114 for this. So we discussed basically what it would cost to basically buy the Dreadnought and then just get multiple sprues. So let's take a look at this one and then we'll look at the other one. So the bundle includes 1 Legion's Astartes Contemptor Dreadnought, 1 Contemptor Dreadnought Weapons Frame 1, 1 Contemptor Dreadnought Weapons Frame 2. This bundle is supplied with the base. Extra copy of every one of its arm-mounted weapons. A total of 2 conversion beam cannons, Gravis autocannons, Gravis bolt cannons, Gravis las cannons, Gravis melta cannons, Gravis plasma cannons, Curse assault cannons, and Volkite dual culverins, as well as extra left and right hand melee fists, which can be built as power fists or chain fists with the choice of inbuilt ranged weapons. And then some extra cosmetic components, all like the upgrade stuff. So you're basically buying the Contemptor Dreadnought and then the upgrade sprues as well. We know they don't ever give you a deal on this. It's just a bundle. It's just a bundle. And then for the Leviathan as well. So here we have the Leviathan Dreadnought ranged version right here. So $107 for this. So it's this bundle includes 1 Leviathan Siege Dreadnought with ranged weapons, 1 Leviathan Siege Dreadnought ranged weapon frame. So you're paying $80, which is regular price for the Dreadnought, and then you're getting an extra frame for $27, which is regular price as well. So this is what we discussed, is basically it would cost $107 to be able to equip him with double shooty build. So the bundle provides you with Legion of Astartes, Leviathan Dreadnought, and 2 copies of every arm-mounted ranged weapon it can be equipped with, allowing you to build the Dreadnought with dual wields Grav Flux Bombards, Cyclic Melta Lances, or Storm Cannons, creating a walking gunboat. So no surprises there, right in line with what we expected. I didn't know they were going to do a bundle like that, but I mean, it makes sense. There's going to be people out there that want the shooty version, obviously. So some contrast paint bundles and shade bundles. I mean, that's just, what is that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Did they just bring back the new contrast paints without the mug for the same price? That's what it looks like to me. Complete your paint collection with this bundle of all new 25 contrast paints. Yeah, so this is all the new contrast paints, including Hexbane Flame was like an old contrast paint, and then they just sort of like reworked it. Is that included in this? I feel like it's not. Okay, so they left out Hexbane Flame and Night Haunt from this set. So you get the 25 completely new paints at retail price. So they were only offered initially in this bundle with a mug, and then this bundle with a mug. Now you can buy them without the mug for the same price. So if you missed your chance to get that free mug, too late. But now you can buy all of it for the exact same price with no mug. And I did end up picking up all of the new contrast paints. I will definitely work out a video on those. I've just been so busy lately. I haven't even had a chance to bust them open yet. So we got 19 new shades, just the reworked shades, same thing. And then we see the Praetors, the 2 new Praetors, $33.50 a piece, right in line with what we expected. From the obviously we do the pricing videos every week. Cataphractii Terminators and Tartaros Terminators, $85 a piece for 10 of those. That's a great deal in my opinion. You normally get 10 Terminators or 5 Terminators for $60. So now you're getting 10 Terminators for $85. So you pay an extra $25 and you get the second squad after you pay $60 for the first one. Pretty good deal, honestly, in comparison. Now, I'm not saying if you compare it to plastic army men at the dollar store, it's a good deal. I'm saying compared to buying the exact same items at retail price. So next we have the Sicaran Battle Tank. Awesome. Definitely a really nice kit. $80 for this. Compared to prices on the Forgeworld versions, they were like $144 a piece. So this is basically half off. And then the Spartan Assault Tank at $112. Same thing. We talked about this as well. If you were going to buy like multiples of any of these items, like if you were going to buy one or more of the items that come in that Age of Darkness box set, it is really such a good deal. It makes sense to just pick up that box set. Because the Spartan Assault Tank is $112, the Contemptor is $60, that's $172. 10 Terminators is $177, $257, and then another $33.50 and $33.50. So that right there is over the price of the box set. And then you get like 40 Tactical Marines, all the stuff you need to play, including all the books and everything. So there really is some value in that Age of Darkness set. There's some serious value. And then we see the sprues on their own and the Leviathan on its own. So the Contemptor Dreadnought shooting weapons, $27. Contemptor Dreadnought other shooting weapons, $27. Oh wow, I didn't realize that's how they did it. That's interesting. Okay. And then we have the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought with range weapons for $80. You know what we expected. The Siege Dreadnought range weapon frame, $27. And also, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. I think it was around like 140 or 150 for the Leviathan previously with 2 arms. So that is definitely a deal. We have the new Underworlds gang, Hexbane's Hunters for Nethermaids, $42 for those. I don't love those models, but there's 2 dogs in it, which is pretty cool. There's not a ton of Games Workshop dogs. The models are okay overall. So it's not a bad set. 6 models in there for $42 with all your cards and everything. Then we have the Elven Union Pitch, double-sided pitch and dugouts for Blood Bowl, $50 for those. If you're into the pointy ear fellas and ladies, you may want that one. And then you got the Blood Bowl Elven Union Team Dice. I really like the selection of colors on these. Something that Games Workshop fails at consistently is the contrast between the like pips or designs on the dice and the actual dice themselves, and then using like complementary colors. Like we saw with their recent, what was it, the Skaven dice, they were like green with also green pips on them. Like, it just doesn't even make sense. With these, at least the purple and yellow goes really nice together. These are some of the nicest dice we've seen as of late. Color combination, you'll be able to read these from a distance. Now, $18 for these, really expensive. With Blood Bowl, though, you can almost justify it because you get like some random dice in there. But I'm not a big fan of overpaying a ton for dice, to tell you the truth. So, unless they're super cool, like the old Skaven dice, the old Death Guard dice, like I love those. The Blood Angel ones, the Custodes ones, those are some nice dice. The stuff that comes out now, they're just like generic, in my opinion. So the Blood Bowl Elven Union Team Card Pack, $30 for those. We see Outgunned Hardback Book, $27. Dark Imperium Godblight Paperback, $16. Urdesh the Magister and the Martyr Paperback, $16. Fabius Bile the Omnibus Paperback, $21. The Wraithbone Phoenix Paperback, $16. White Dwarf, $4.79, $11. And then we see the digital versions of the Liber Hereticus and Liber Astartes, or Liber, I'm not sure exactly how you say that. And then those I think were $44 a piece. And then we have the Warcry Heart of Gur, the new starter set for Warcry, including the core rules, 2 warbands, all the terrain, the board, the cards, the dice, the ruler, the tokens. I think we got it all. A nice set. We did see a substantial price increase on this. Well, it's been a taper, like sort of a ramping up, because it was $195, then it went to $210 with the last set, and then this one went to $230. So we're seeing a pretty consistent like 10% price increase every time they put out a new Warcry box. Now, is that sustainable? No. Warcry is a super fun game. I'm a big fan of it. It's awesome. It is honestly like a lot of the reason Kill Team is so great now, because they took a bunch of awesome stuff from Warcry and then put it in Kill Team, and Kill Team is my favorite game. So the problem is that this game is just not all that popular, and making games like Necromunda or Warcry or Kill Team like super expensive is not going to help us like build the player base. And in many ways, these games are like the foot in the door to get people into the hobby. So if the foot in the door is too expensive, they never even get interested, let alone hooked, let alone willing to pay these ridiculous prices. Now, what I think Games Workshop should do, and probably is going to do, they're essentially just copying the Kill Team like master plan they put out for this season, or really the season that's actually like just ending. With the Octarius box set, they put out something similar to this. It was $200 for that. I'm expecting the new Kill Team box to be $230, same price as this. But when it's all said and done, we see basically the starter box has gone up 15%, assuming that that's what we see with the new Kill Team box. So that's not surprising. Obviously, we know Games Workshop has been jacking up prices to make up that margin, make up that those sales targets. And if you didn't check out my video on that, highly recommend it. As you can see, Games Workshop's breakdowns, and essentially the only reason they were able to make their targets for this year was big price increases, because they sold less volume, and then also basically pimping out the IP. So they basically like license out like video games and other intellectual property, and that made up the difference, so they didn't have declining revenue and profits year over year. So expect more pricey increases going into the future. That's my opinion. Probably going to play out. But regardless, we know they've essentially stolen the like Kill Team kind of framework. 1 box per quarter, starts with a starter set, the new edition, and then you get an expansion box for the next 3 box sets. So this one is going to be the best deal if it's similar to what we saw for Kill Team. The Kill Team Octarius box was an excellent deal because it came with the starter, the tokens, the gauges, all that stuff. And then the expansions didn't come with all that. So for this box is really nice. But the next box they put out, I believe it was after the Octarius box, was the starter set. The intro to Kill Team like starter set. And that was $100. It had the 2 gangs in it. It had only the scatter terrain. And then like the basic stuff you needed. Like the dice, the like measuring devices, little fold-out board instead of a nice board, etc. So I would really like to see them do that for Warcry, and I think that would be a game changer. So if they're going to follow that same plan again, what I think they'll do is they'll basically give you the 2 teams that come in this set. So these bad boys and these bad boys, 2 nice teams. I like them. They're both like pretty unique. This one's super unique. The other one's still pretty unique overall. And then with those 2 teams, you would basically get, you're not going to get all the like big terrain. You would get like the scatter terrain. So probably not the bridges, but you know, just some of like little basic scatter terrain stuff comes in the set. So I would expect something along those lines. I don't know exactly what it would be. So 2 teams, the scatter terrain, and then instead of getting like the big legit core rulebook, you would basically just get like the little mini rulebook. It has all the rules in it. It's like half of the actual like physical size. So it's actually a little more desirable, portable, all that good stuff. And then you would get your tokens for Kill Team, and then just a fold out mat instead of like one of the nice like heavy duty game boards. And then they'll throw some dice in there, and then probably just like cheap old like little measuring device. So, you know, do we know for sure that's coming? No. But I think there's a pretty good chance that's what we'll see. So I have not gotten my copy of this yet. But once it does, I will definitely do like an unboxing and take a look. And I can give you guys my honest opinion. We can compare exactly how many sprues come in it compared to like the other boxes and everything. Obviously, we see the price increase. That's a big bummer. Going up another $20. But honestly, just not surprising. So that being said, that is it for this week's pre-orders. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure to like and subscribe, share it with your friends. If you think Games Workshop's website is terrible and takes far too long to load, leave a comment down below. You know, and if you are into these videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that. It really helps out the channel. It is absolutely free, and it's the best way to show your support. And then obviously leave some comments down below, all that good stuff. But that's it. If you are into Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and Horus Heresy, if you like the reactions, reviews, and news videos, as well as painting, modeling, conversion, and magnetization tutorials, make sure you check out the playlist because there's lots of good stuff to find over there. So that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.